Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Many people say the Umayyads destroyed Islamic leadership. Others say they protected Islam and expanded it. So, which one is true? Because when Muawiya made his son Yazid the next ruler, something changed. Before this, leaders were chosen. After this, power stayed in the family. Muslims have been arguing about this decision for thousands of years. So today, I'm not here to do any kind of emotional, history, and I'm not here to attack anyone blindly. I just want to ask a simple question. Did the Umayyads really break down the Islamic leadership rules, or were they just trying to make the things right in a very difficult situation? After four caliphs, the Muslim world was not stable. There were civil wars. There were assassinations. There was fitna everywhere. When Muawiya ibn Abi Sufyan came into power, things became calmer. The state became stable. Borders expanded. Rebellions reduced. But this stability came with a big cost. For the first time, leadership was passed from the father to the son. And this creates a serious question. Is leadership in Islam about following Sharia? Or is it about stopping chaos at any cost? In Islam, Khalifa is not kingship. A ruler is not above the law. He is controlled by Sharia. He is chosen through consultation. If he clearly violates Islam, he can be removed. Look at the early Caliph. Abu Bakr was chosen by people. Umar was appointed, but the Ummah accepted him. Uthman and Ali were selected during very difficult times. None of them ruled because of family blood. So when Muawiya chose Yazid, the scholars, they become uncomfortable with this. Because this was not a small change. This was a legal and moral problem in Islamic leadership. So now let's be honest and not childish, right? Muawiya did not do this because he hated Islam. Now why? Because he was a scholar of the Prophet, peace be upon him, right? He feared that what would happen after the death, and he also feared that the Sharia would rebel, and he feared that the Iraq would explode. He feared another civil war. So he just chose this because it looked the safest option at the time, and he thought that it would be the best and the most, safe option at this time. So he did this. Was it the best Islamic option? No, absolutely not. But was it politically understandable? Yes, absolutely. But Islamic leadership is not just judged by results. It is judged by principle. And here is where the tension begins. Many people lie about this part. The scholars did not say at all that the Umayyads were disbelievers. But the scholars also did not say that their rule was perfect. Most scholars say this was mulk, kingship, not the pure Khalifa of the Rashidun, meaning they were Muslim rulers. They were bounded by Sharia, but the ideal model was lost. Islam allows imperfect leadership, but Islam does not call it perfect. This balance is very important. Here is where things become dangerous. When the power stays in the family, rulers stop fearing accountability. Advice feels like an attack. Criticism feels like rebellion. Some Umayyads governments, that crossed the limit as well. And some of them just collected unjust taxes as well. Some oppressed scholars. Some used, force, while Islam demanded patience at that time. And this was not because Islam allowed it. It just was because power protected them. And it is not only an Umayyad problem, it is human problem. Did they just destroy Islam? No, and saying this is dishonest because Islam did not survive based on rulers. Islam survived because of scholars. During Umayyad rule, fiqh developed, hadith was preserved, Islamic law, they came out in that time. Even when rulers failed, the Sharia, the fiqh, the Islamic law, this was all alive in the mosques. The mosques, the houses of Allah, the political system bent, but Islam itself, it did not break. So now let's answer everything clearly, right? Did the Umayyads turn the Khalifa into kingship? Yes. Did this lower the standard of Islamic governance? Yes. Does this mean they were enemies of Islam? No. Sometimes they choose control over principle. This is not disbelief. This is a warning. And this story is not just about, and it's truly not about the Umayyads. It's just about that what power, when the power comes to you, so what power does to human, what power does to people around you. And when the power, it becomes threatened, so the Sharia becomes flexible. When survivals feel urgent, so the principle, they get delayed. Islam does not disappear, suddenly or immediately. It does not. It just, dies slowly. It disappears slowly, while you choose the power over the law, over the Sharia. So the real question is not about history. The real question is, when faith and power collide, what do you sacrifice first?